This is a story about people. It's about the first VidCon to take place in Europe. It's a story that could be about travelling to Amsterdam with its two-wheeled way of life and beautiful canals, or about videos, or about famous YouTubers. But to me, it's a story about people. Thousands of us gathered together this weekend, united by an idea, the idea of community. Irrespective of what they were interested in, people felt they belonged to a global family that laughed, cried, and learned together, all through videos they watched on the internet. Through YouTube. I've been a part of this community for over 10 years, growing up watching channels on YouTube grow from people with cameras in their bedrooms to huge global enterprises with titanic social media stars. It's been an ever-present, important part of my life, a source of entertainment, information, and escape. It was actually through YouTube that I met my housemate and friend Dan, and it was with Dan that I travelled to Amsterdam. We spent the 2 full days at the convention, meeting with like-minded fans of channels, engaging in inflatable warfare, and going to panels and shows. One thing that's always existed in media of all kinds is the divide between people that create and people that consume. Hollywood stars are idolised and viewed as separate from the public, in the same way that classical composers and authors were. But YouTube is different. To me, YouTube has always been the platform that truly democratised media creation. Anyone with access to a camera, which means anyone with access to a smartphone, so basically anyone, can upload content that can be seen by anyone in the world. There are no barriers to distribution. If what you make is entertaining or educational or just plain good, people will watch it. And what people choose to make is often a reflection of who they are. People like Charlie McDonnell and the Green Brothers and Hannah Hart uploaded videos to YouTube of them being themselves, talking about what they found interesting and important, and doing so in a way that people found engaging. YouTube was a way of taking the interesting, passionate, engaging people of the world and making them accessible to everyone. Like letting that kid that everyone hopes they can sit next to in class sit next to everyone at once. The divide between video creator and consumer was eroded by the fact that anyone can, and often does, create content while consuming that made by others, but also by the fact that the very reason someone becomes well known on the platform is because they are engaging and relatable to their audience. But by virtue of being popular, a divide does get thrown up. There's a distinction made between us, the viewing audience, and them, those making the most popular content. It's inevitable when a platform becomes as popular as YouTube. Not everyone has millions of people watching what they make. But at events like VidCon, this gets reinforced by panels that have huge audiences sat in seats and a select few people on the stage. The panels and sessions that we went to were a variety of genres and sizes, from an amazing workshop on how to edit a SciShow episode to a panel on science featuring my friends Sally and Shinny, and huge shows that had the entire convention in the audience. All of these were amazing, and it was a weird cognitive dissonance to see people that you're used to seeing on a laptop in real life. Now, for the past 7 years, I've also been creating videos, and I've had some moderate success with it. And because of this, together with the generosity of my friend Sally LePage, thank you Sally, I got to spend a large part of VidCon hanging out with those YouTubers invited to give talks at the conference, backstage. I was a little bit trepidatious about this, to be honest. They say you should never meet your heroes, and I was worried that I might meet some of the people who have been a big part of my YouTube life for so long, and they turn out to be massive douches with huge egos. But I really shouldn't have worried. Because every YouTuber that I hang out with, and I was lucky to meet a lot of them, was super lovely, charming, and generally a normal person. They were just people with a passion for something, be that science, entertaining, music, or whatever. The whole reason they became famous on the platform was because they were relatable people without an ego. The kind of person you just want to hang out with. Which reminded me of someone. Well, several people. These guys. The audience. The rest of us. All the people I chatted to at VidCon, and I was lucky to chat to a lot of them, were super lovely. They were people with a passion for something who felt part of a community, and came to VidCon to celebrate that and to meet their favourite creators. The people I met on the convention floor, some of whom I'm lucky enough to have watched my videos, were just the same as the people I met backstage. VidCon did several things for me that I'd like to thank Hank and John for. Firstly, I got a kick-ass new profile picture, so thanks for that, guys. But VidCon showed me that there really is no difference between the people that make some of the most popular video content in the world and the people that watch it. That passion, that geekiness, that friendliness is common to everyone in the community, regardless of how popular what they make is. And concurrently, there's no barrier to becoming one of those creators. In a service like YouTube, even in the crowded marketplace that we have today, if you make good stuff in a genuine, engaging way, people will watch. Any barriers to that are ones that you create for yourself. VidCon was an incredibly affirming experience. It reinforced my belief that YouTube has changed the way that media interacts with our lives and how meritocratic media has become. It gave me fresh motivation for making my own content and new perspective on the people that I watch. So thank you, Hank and John. But also thank you for something else. Because on top of all the new perspective and the creators I met and the new friends I made, VidCon gave me a fantastic weekend with one of my best mates, all made possible through you and through YouTube. So cheers, guys.